Okay. Right, so we are ready for our flight from Doha to London Gatwick. Right. Let's get our things a bit ready. We should be all set to go in a moment. I am just setting up the stream to be correctly live. We should be ready to go.
In this video, I'll show you how to set up and manage live streams in YouTube's live control. In this video,
Okay, so I think we're all set for our flight. We can start setting up the panels now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board Qatar Airways. As you find your seat, we ask.
Okay, so I think we're all set for our departure. Right, so I think we're all set for our departure, and we can start beginning the procedures for our flight. So the service is from Doha all the way to London Heathrow. London Gatwick. The flight time is about 6 hours and 48 minutes. Just having a quick look on our current schedule. Obviously, we've got the weather radar configured as well, so that's confirmed. We're going to be having quite accurate weather information. Let's get our weather radars activated, and we should be ready to go. So let's get our things a bit sorted now. So firstly, we need to get our panels configured for the flight. Okay, so let's have a look now. There we are. Let's get our weather radar as well activated with terrain activated. We've got our ABT, DNT. We've got our VXR left and right activated. So all set from that perspective. And we've got our client partner available as well if you need it. So we would be needing it at this stage, might not be required, but we still got that in place. Flight director is on. Let's go to the first officer view. Let's get our second flight director switched on now. So initially we're expecting to climb about 7,000 feet, but we'll have a look at that once we've got our flight panels all set up. Let's go down to our overhead panel, and we've got external power activated. APU is on, beacon is on, that's good. And final to check, the gates are definitely open. That's great, so the gates are open and the aircraft is ready for boarding. And the jetway is attached, so we've got our plane all set for our departure. We'd like to welcome Mr. Al Mohammed on board this flight. Let's get our aircraft all set then. And we can start our boarding now. And we will be starting also our we'll also be starting our procedures for setting up the flight. Just before that, I just need to open the aircraft for boarding on my flight system, which now I have. Cabin crew aircraft ready for boarding, thank you. Right, so we can now get on to the real work, which is to set up the flight system. Okay, so let's get our charts a bit sorted. Dispatch performance information. Let's get our flight fuel information before we leave. Let's get our payload all set. So we've got about 55% of the tanks, 21,239 on the left and 21,239 on the right pound. So obviously we will be needing more fuel as our flight requires so. So let's get our fuel tanks a bit updated right there. So we're going to be reading about, let's go back quickly to our dispatch panel to verify that information. So looking at the fuel tanks, I can see we do require about so that is 3,300 nautical miles, 93,506, so that means 29,449 and 21,000, well 38,433 on both the sides, so 38,400, well I'll take 500 on both the sides, so that's there. And then you're looking for the same sort of quantity here, 38,500, which I'll clear down to 3,433. So we're taking full fuel on the left and right side. We're going to take about 16,720 in the center tank. So put that as 17,000 just to leave some way for the aircraft. So that's set now. We've got our fuel tank set at this stage.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board
And
Qatar Airways. As you find your
also
seat, we
configure
ask that you
our
place
front
large
toggle.
items in the overhead compartment
Looking about
and hide the
6,850
size
according to
belongings,
what I've
including
received.
duty-free bags and liquids under the seat in front of you.
So
Our cabin
we're going
crew
to take
are
about 8
available to
passengers
assist.
in
Thank you.
82 on economy class. So we're looking about total weight of 41,584. I'm just going to increase the payload slightly to accommodate that, and there we go. I think 40,897 is enough, and that is confirmed. I'd like to express my special welcome to Mr. Alnaf Ahmed, and now we can start going with our dispatch panel for the performance of the aircraft. So initially it's going to be obviously the departure information that we're going to set up. So airport for departure is Doha, so let's type over here for Hamad International Airport, which we've pretty much got up there. Select that, put that through. Looking at the flight information so far received, we are looking at a departure from runway 16 left. So for that we're going to be using a set of pattern, I think. Yep, so it's pattern 1 mic for departure. We are looking at runway 16 left for departure according to the information received. So that's set up there. Conditions are dry at the moment. Looking at the weather meter that I have received at the moment, let's just have a quick look at that now. So based on the weather radar information I have received at the moment for Doha, we are looking at 252 degrees at well sorry, that's not 252 degrees actually. We've got some Quebec information. QNH is 1001 hectopascal and the winds are 252 degrees at 0 knots. So let's set that up here, 252 degrees at 0 knots. And OOT is set to 0 and QNH is 1001 hectopascal. That's set there. Thrust retard confirmation is going to be 10 or optimum. I think I'm going to take optimum. Flap configuration, we are taking flaps 5. We can hide that keyboard from there. And we need to now, once we're done from this bit, we can move on towards the takeoff rate information that it should copy from there. Just bear with me 1 second. That's set there correctly. Just need to go back to our FMS now. Yeah, hello to that car from us. Right, so here we are in our FMS. I personally find it sometimes a bit more easier when you're configuring the FMS manually. Should come up now. There we go. Sometimes it's a bit more easier in my opinion. But let's get that rock and roll. Actually, I'm just gonna move to the overhead panel. It's the zoom is not really the best at the moment. But we've got our really valued passenger with us in the comments, Mr. Alnif Ahmed, which is great. It's a pleasure to welcome him aboard. Anyways, let's get things a bit sorted here. So identification is set. Let's go directly to our positioning of the airport. So let's put that OTHH. That's there. Stand is B3. I doubt this will come up, and as expected it does not. So I would need to clear that. Sometimes it's just the views are not the best for this thing. So let's just clear that bit from there. Just 1 second. Okay, so that's all cleared. Move on towards our route. So we're expecting a departure from OTHH all the way to EGKK, which is in London. Gatwick QTR329.
Pre-flight checklist.
Stand by, sir. 329, and that's there. We can request the route according to OTHH EGKK. That's there. Before I activate the route now, I will go back to our panel. See if we have, yep, there we go. So we've got all that information all set for us. Let's copy FMC data, and we've got that there. Everything looks good, and calculate. So we've got our takeoff flap information ready. So 40,208.48 for our takeoff weight, flaps 5. And the salt temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, which is great. So that is there, and I can send that information to our panel for departure. And that's done. We can move back to our terminal charts when we need to, but now we're going to move back to our panel now, so we can activate the route. We got the flight information there, and I have accepted the flight information. And let's go and activate our route. And that's authorized. Okay, so we are all set for our departure.
Pre-flight.
May we remind you that all seat backs and tray tables need to be in the upright position.
Great, so we are all set for our departure.
On board must be securely stowed either under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin.
Once the cabin crew is done, I'll start my announcement and we should be able to go. Just before we begin our departure, we'll just want to go down back to our flight plan just to verify something here.
For customers seated
Right,
in the row of seats
just
identified
need
by
to
the word
request some more
"No children this row,"
information.
please review the white safety card in the seat pocket in front of you.
That's
The
fine.
use of some portable electronic devices is prohibited while on board
Okay,
the
that's there,
aircraft.
so
Once airborne,
let's sort.
you
Oh,
will
I
be
just need to
advised
put
when
in
the
the
use of
reserve
approved
fuel,
devices such as
which
personal
is
computers
currently
and
set
compact disc
to
players
5.
is permitted.
That
A complete
should
list
be
of
able to
approved
sort out
devices
most
may
of
be found in
the
the
bits. Right. Cruising altitude should have been retrieved, which is weird. That has not popped up, but you can always put that up manually. Cost index is 10. And finally, our cruise altitude is 38,000 feet as advised at this stage. So this should be able to sort out our problems. Just get rid of that there. Great, so we have got that sorted now. Let's have a look at our initial flight plan departure. So what is our departure set that we're expecting to use? So runway 16 left for departure, and we're definitely using pattern 1 mic departure. That's sorted and executed now, and our pre-flight checklist is complete. Great. So 3,000 feet on our departure. Initially we're going to maintain about 5,000 till Alnuk, and then we're going to take it from there. Great. Initially 3,000 feet is going to be our initial climb altitude. Let's set that up on the FMS. So that's set up there. Okay, all set for our departure then. Right, let's begin the announcement that we definitely need to do, and we need to finally set up a radio as well. Okay, so transporter mode needs to be changed down to TARARX, and that's sorted. So that's there. Squawking mode Charlie at this stage. Great. Okay, altimeters reset. That's in place. Right. Okay. Great. Back to our overhead panel, and I can talk to the cabin crew so we can start our departure procedure. So that's there. That's fine. That's fine. And that's fine. Okay. Great. Good to go. Okay. Right, okay, so I think I'm ready for departure, and okay. Okay, that's all set. Right, we're good to go. Right then, here we go. Let's get our thing sorted now. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. This is your captain speaking. Welcome to flight QR329 service from Doha to London Gatwick. This is your captain speaking. Flight time is about 6 hours 48 minutes. We're expecting to be able to move in the next 2 minutes for our departure. Should be able to push back. The aircraft is down, being prepared for departure. Looking at the weather, it seems to be fine. We're just having a moderate turbulence on our departure, so I'll advise you keep your seatbelts fastened. Passenger count on this flight is about only 86 passengers, which is not much due to the current pandemic. Passengers seated in economy, please keep your shields fastened on your faces. We don't want you to get any problems during the flight. Our friendly cabin crew in white dresses is available to assist you. If you want any further information or queries, please contact the cabin services director. A special warm welcome to One World members and passengers from the One World Alliance, and a special warm welcome to our Qatar Privilege Club members as well. Right, so we are all set for our departure, and we can now close our doors. Ground staff, leave the aircraft. Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check. Thank you. Right, so external power can be disabled at this stage. Just need to reattach it. That's it. That's gone now. Okay, and we can start closing our doors. Should do it.
For customers on board. Attention all ground staff, this aircraft is now ready for departure. We ask all ground personnel to leave the aircraft immediately. We would also like to request all customers to take their assigned seats now to allow us to close the aircraft doors in preparation for departure. Thank you.
Segera saja setelah sebuah pembukulan saya, التعافي الجوية القطرية تحقق العمل الواحد وقائد الطائرة الكابتن بولو بقية أفراد الطاقم نرحب بحضراتكم على المدخول القطرية رحلة رقم 1399 نود أن نرحب بحضرات السادة أعضاء نادي الامتياز وضع تحقق العمل الواحد الوفياء النادي الامتياز هو السفرية والمدخول الجوية القطرية للاشتراك وجه الاستفسار من أحد أفراد الطاقم الضيافة.
Just waiting for that clearance to come in, that's fine. Okay, so we're all set to go from there. Let's set our lights to a bit darker. Okay. And push back.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pragya and I'm your cabin senior. The cabin services director for today's flight is Myra. On behalf of Qatar Airways,
Pushback has been
V1
started.
our Captain Paul, First Officer Mohammed, and the rest of the cabin crew team. It is my pleasure to welcome you on board Qatar Airways flight QR329.
Thank you.
We would like to extend a special welcome to our previous club members and also to members of One World Frequent Flyer program traveling with us today.
Welcome aboard this Qatar Airways
Customers
flight.
interested in joining
Please
our
pay
opening
attention as
program
we demonstrate
may
the
enroll
safety
online
features
by
of this
visiting the
aircraft.
website
Conduct
www.qvirtual.com.
we operate a
This
non-smoking
aircraft
policy
is equipped
on
with
board
the
all
RX-1
our
in-flight
aircraft.
entertainment system.
Smoking in the toilet
The
will
onboard
activate a
Wi-Fi,
smoke
the
alarm.
onboard connectivity
And
facility
tampering
will
with
be
the
available
smoke
shortly
alarm
after
is a
takeoff.
criminal offence.
Shortly.
Please be informed that
Hold it
smoking
there.
and use of
Please
electronic
fasten
cigarettes
your
is not
seatbelt
permitted
for
anywhere
takeoff
on board
and
this
landing.
aircraft.
Can we have our
In
taxi
preparation for
lights
departure, we
up?
ask
Whenever
that you
the
switch your
seatbelt
phones to
sign is
flight safe mode
illuminated.
and ensure that your seatbelt is
The
fastened
cabin
at this time.
environment is
We would
carefully
like to remind you
controlled.
to
All
keep your
stations
personal
Qatari
belongings
623
wallet,
pushback stand
jewelry, and electronic
Bravo
devices
3.
at all times.
Or you may be required to release the
Taxi
mask.
lights
Consider your
on.
safety to be of the utmost importance. Could you please give your attention
Navigation
to the
lights on.
safety
Check.
It is
being
either
screened.
beside or underneath your seat.
Please be
Pushback
informed that
complete.
smoking and use of electronic cigarette is not permitted anywhere on board this aircraft. We would also like to remind you to keep your personal valuables
We
such
had
as
a
wallets,
minor
jewelry,
over the
and
joystick,
devices
which
at all
resulted in the aircraft to
Thank you for
move a
your
bit
attention.
further, so we're going to have a slight more
سبحان
pushback.
الذي سخر لنا هذا
Remind yourself of the
وما
safety
كنا
aspects
له
of this aircraft.
مقرنين
Please read the
وإنا
safety
إلى
guide
That's
ربنا
done.
لمنقلبون.
And if you have
Thank you,
any
ground, and
questions,
parking brakes
our
are
cabin crew
set.
will be happy to help.
Welcome aboard
Engine one
this
coming up.
Qatar Airways flight. Please pay
Preparations for
attention
takeoff.
as we demonstrate the
Please
safety
ensure your
features of
seat
this
is in a
aircraft.
fully
Film
upright
lights get
position.
slightly
For comfort
disabled
and
now.
safety, we operate a non-smoking
Fine,
policy
that's
on board
fine.
all
Great.
our aircraft.
Let's go.
Smoking in the toilet.
Throttle 03, it's runway 16, I repeat, runway
Clear of baggage
16.
at all times. Baggage should be securely stowed in the overhead compartments.
16
or
left
under the
for our
seat in front of
departure,
you.
sir.
For safety reasons, with the exception of handheld PEDs in flight mode, the use of electronic devices
Right,
is
I'm
not
having
permitted for
some
takeoff and
problem
landing.
with my
These
Prepar3D
devices
for some
must
weird
remain
reason.
switched off until you are advised by your cabin crew.
Oh,
If
please
by
don't.
accident you drop
Great.
your personal electronic device inside the seat, please do not operate the seat control. Instead,
my simulator
contact
has
a
stopped
member of cabin
responding,
crew for
unfortunately.
assistance. Please fasten your seatbelt for takeoff and landing.
Yep,
And
my
whenever the seatbelt
simulator
sign is
seems to be
illuminated,
stopped
To
responding, but I hope it will
unfasten,
recover,
lift
so
the flap and pull the ends
just give it a
apart.
few minutes, might just come
If you
back.
plan to sleep during the flight, please make sure your seatbelt is fastened and visible to cabin crew. The cabin environment is carefully controlled.
Hope
If
it comes
oxygen is
back.
required, masks will appear from above you,
Just
or
need to
you
wait
may
and see
be
what
required to
happens.
release the mask by pulling on the coloured flag marked Pull. Pulling the mask towards you will activate the oxygen supply. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, adjust the band to secure it,
I
and
think it's not
breathe
going to
normally.
recover. I think the
When your
simulator has
mask is
crashed.
fitted correctly, you may assist others.
Yep, it does
In the
seem the
unlikely
simulator has
event of an
unfortunately
emergency landing,
crashed.
please adopt the brace position as shown on the screen. Your life jacket is either beside you,
I'll still give
next
it
to
a few
you,
minutes, it
or
might
underneath
just
your
recover,
seat.
but
When
it's
instructed by the crew,
unlikely.
remove it from its container and pull it over your head. Bring the tape around your waist and fasten in
Yep, the
front,
simulator
pulling
has
firmly to secure.
unfortunately
Only inflate your life jacket when you are leaving the aircraft by pulling the two red toggles sharply downwards. You can also inflate or top up the life jacket by blowing into the mouthpiece. The life jacket has a whistle to attract attention and a light that will automatically illuminate when in water.
Still
Infant life jackets will be distributed by the cabin crew. Please take a moment to locate the emergency exit nearest to your seat. The emergency exits are clearly marked and are located as shown on the screen. Escape path
Try to make a
lighting will guide you
reconnection,
to the emergency exits.
obviously
In
if it
case
does
of emergency
not
landing on water,
work,
The evacuation slides will serve as rafts. Please remember to remove footwear before using the slide. To remind yourself of the safety aspects of this aircraft, please read the safety card which is in your seat pocket.
Unfortunately, the
And if you
flight
have any
simulator
questions,
has
our cabin
crashed.
crew will be
We
happy
need
to help.
restart
To help the cabin crew with final preparations for takeoff, please ensure your seat is in the fully upright position, your window blind is open, your tray table is folded away, and your seatbelt is fastened. Thank you for your attention, and enjoy your flight with Qatar Airways.
Yep, it has crashed unfortunately, guys. I'll need to restart the flight, unfortunately. I'll request you guys to please join